Creativity is one of the most elusive things on planet Earth, and yet without creativity, we would have none of this, or that, or those, or any of this. Creativity really is what pushes humanity forward, but there's this question that we all seem to have, and it's where the heck do we find creativity? Well, Julia Cameron actually talks about this in her book, The Artist's Way, and today we're going to explore 10 different places where you can find creativity. By the end of this video, you're going to be able to understand different places where you can find that thing, that secret sauce that pushes humanity forward, the different spaces in which creativity is found. And the first place you can find creativity is, drumroll, oh hey, fancy seeing you here. This is the first place that you can find creativity. It's in the words of others. The best ideas I've ever had, the most creative I have ever been, often is on the back of reading the words of someone else. Julia Cameron actually talks about this. She says, if you write 3 terrible pages every single morning, just kind of get that flow of consciousness going, you oftentimes stumble over the best creative ideas that you've ever had. And so that's one of the exercises that she uses. But that's also the first place that you can find creativity, is in the words of yourself or in the words of others. Someone is cutting their grass right now. Gotta love that. I'm trying to do a YouTube video, sir. Do you mind? This is another place you can find creativity. It's in nature. Sorry, let me move these out of the way. Excuse me, pardon me. Sorry about that. You can find creativity in nature. I think it's just because the symmetry of leaves, it unlocks something in the way that we think, or whether you're out on a hike in a field or you're eating a tree. Creativity is often birthed in the most simple ways of going on a hike with friends or being out in nature. So if you want to come up with better creative ideas, find it in nature.
And so I just slammed the door.
You did not slam the door.
I did. I had to.
Where did you find the audacity? Sorry, this is another place that you find creativity, in conversations with others. As you dialogue and wrestle with things together, you often come up with ideas yourself. I should have slammed the door. That's what I should have done.
No, that's what I think too.
Oh, jeez. You scared me. Jeez Louise. This is another place that you can find creativity. Julia Cameron, she calls this synchronicity. I like to call it serendipity. It's that moment when you're like, oh, I need to record a YouTube video, and then you happen to run into your camera when you're heading out of your house. Or for you, maybe it's you're trying to write a song about a certain person, and then you run into that person. Synchronicity is unexplainable, and yet it's oddly powerful, and it often makes us come up with the best creative ideas. Anyways, I'll see you later. And the next place that you can find creativity is in time, and you're watching a slow-mo video of me right now trying to do a great job of being animated, but oftentimes it just takes time to come up with good ideas. So if you're thinking about something and you can't find the solution, oftentimes you just got to give it a little bit more space. You gotta let it sit and ruminate in your own thoughts and minds. Whoa, what am I doing there? Interesting. But that's the next place that you can find creativity, is in time. Where else can you find creativity? In the unknown. See what I did there with coming down to my basement and it being pitch black and all that fun stuff? Anyways, the thing about the unknown, it's like walking through a forest in the dark. You might not be able to see everything, but you know that there's hidden treasure. And it's our responsibility as artists, as creatives, as entrepreneurs, to explore that unknown, to find that new creative idea that could very well be our next project. So how do you find creativity? Well, it could very well be in the unknown. So this is another place that you can find creativity, in the mundane chores of everyday life, whether that be cleaning up the dishes from the dinner that you ate last night, or folding clothes, or scrubbing the toilet. You often find the most creative ideas when you just let your mind wander to do whatever. Anyways, I gotta clean my dishes. I'll be back. On to the next place to find creativity. This is another place you can find creativity, is in activity. Whether it be a nice long speed walk, or a jog, or pickleball, or whatever. Oftentimes when you get active, that's when things get loose. You come up with your best ideas. So if you want to come up with better ideas and get bugs in your eyes, exercise a little bit. Woo! Okay, the final place that you can find creativity. And sick transition now. Smooth transition, we gotta love them. The final place that you can find creativity is within yourself. I came up with this idea to kind of stitch together different videos, and I actually really enjoyed it. It might be something that I try to do more, but what I did was I looked inside and I said, what's the video that I want to watch? And it was something goofy like this, maybe a little bit better edited, you know what I mean, but something that was engaging, something that was fun and playful. And this is really what the Artist Way is all about. It's tapping into those different hidden places where you can get more creative ideas. And at the end of it, we all discover that we are far more capable than we ever thought possible. I would love if you would comment below, where do you find creativity? Where is creativity hiding in your own life? I would love to hear about it because we're all on a journey of creativity. And the more that we share with one another, the better off we become. I hope you enjoyed this video and I will see you again next week. Alrighty.